is premium offers come later. Premium
Absolutely.
offers come later.
Absolutely. And you know what? I saw a Threads post recently, and I don't know who made it. I didn't catch the name, but it caught my attention because Hormozi was part of the thread as far as being mentioned in it. Said Hormozi says start with service. Gary Vee says start with service. Brunson says start with service. I think they even mentioned either Cardone or the chick that buys businesses. I can't even think of her name right now off the top of my head. And then it kind of makes fun of new entrepreneurs saying I'm going to create a course instead of starting with a service and try to sell it for like $5,000 when you don't have the experience on the back end and that worth to say um I'm the expert without actually doing the thing, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I get it. And yeah, I absolutely. Coming out with a high dollar offer it won't work, and it definitely won't work if you haven't proven your value yet. And when you finally do go premium, that's when the math can flip. And this is once your reputation is built, you shift to premium. Now, Hormozy compared his profit from a $50 profit versus $9,500 profit per sale, and how premium lets you work less while earning more. And you go from chasing 190 small ticket clients or small customers to closing just 9 people and making 10x the money. Isn't that isn't that the dream really? Instead
That
of
that
chasing a
absolutely.
thousand of small tickets, just a few. And we all know how premium buyers are just easier and better to deal with.
Absolutely. It's definitely less stress with the fewer clients. You get higher margins, and you know if if you play the game right and you have the best offer, you're going to get the best outcomes for your clients, and everybody's going to want to work for you. I mean, because everybody wants in the marketplace, they want luxury, they want the value and things like that. And I know from the being in the car business, even when I was selling cars, I was selling Fords, right? So they weren't
Hmm.
the quote unquote most luxurious. But when I was shopping for my cars myself, I always shopped luxury because like I wanted,
Mm.
the premium leather, the premium sound system, and all the nice whiz bang gadgets that don't, really mean anything. But even then, like people want premium. They don't want cut rate bottom of barrel when they're looking for a particular service or an item that would potentially elevate their status amongst other people.
Yeah, and I think the key is not to start off at the premium, because you haven't built the goodwill, you haven't built the reputation, you don't
Mhm.
have the testimonials. But I think tell us what that is when he put together this little chart that went from uh, how he said don't sell premium until you've proven value.
Yeah, I mean, and just to kind of reiterate that, you got to have those testimonials on the back end that state, yes, you are the guy that's going to get the exact result that your future clients are going to be looking for. So you can't come out of the gate again charging $4 or $5,000 for a package that one isn't battle tested and proven to work, and two, there's no history on it. People aren't ready to buy at the exact moment that you're trying to sell, right? As we've stated before, only 1 to 2% of the market is ready to buy. The other 98 are doing research. And if you hit them with an offer and you can't close them right there on the spot, and you're trying to follow up with them and they're doing the research on the back end and they can't see anything related to that offer, they're never, ever, ever going to buy. I liken it to, again, I'm taking it back to the car business. Uh, Even when you're buying a car, right? The first car
Mhm.
out of the gate, the first car out of the gate isn't going to be a uh, platinum expedition at $95,000, unless you are a trust fund baby and you got the cash to do it. First time car buyers, back when they actually sold cars for at Ford, like you're driving out of there with a Fiesta or a Focus, maybe a higher trim level one that might have some leather or pleather seats in it to make you feel good, and a nice sound system, and a nice sound system, and that's how you have to start your business off. Like your business when you start off isn't the Platinum Expedition. It is the maybe S model Fiesta. Maybe if you got some money invested in it and are really good at selling, you could go with a titanium Focus that has leather in it. But out the gate,
Titanium.
titanium, like that was top line Focus there. That was my first car. Not my first car, but But in any case, um, that's kind of where you got to start. And it might suck, it's going to be a grind in the beginning, but once you start getting those wheels turning and you build up the equity in your business, you can continue to trade up to better and better clients that are going to be paying higher, and you get the higher margins and uh, better clout, right?
A- yeah, absolutely. The catchphrase on this and this, this, what do you want to call it? This progression of offers is that premium doesn't work if you haven't proven your value yet.